Okay.
Yeah, so
What do you got?
Air Spark, wherever you are, I believe that the hunt goes on.
Oh, what the hell? Hi, Uncle. What are you doing?
Nothing!
Why are you doing it?
Because I'm gay. We love you!
Potato!
Fur, what did you do?
Okay, finish this last one up.
Next one.
Actually, you got two more, yeah, so, okay, real quick. What's your name?
Furry Bobs.
Furry.
Okay,
one more. Last one. What's your name?
Ivor.
I like big butts.
With the evening race and rugby, you get stoned.
Even the jeans she's wearing, I'm looked at and can't stop staring.
Oh, baby,
I'll get with ya and take your picture. The homeboys try to warn me, but I got you back. Keep going. Yeah.
Did you find the kale?
It's everywhere. Guys, if you didn't figure it out, my friends here stalled because that charity event was crazy. So, we finally have the numbers. No.
Who's buying badges for us?
Just checking it out.
Who's buying badges for us?
Yeah, we switched jobs. I thought this
Guys.
thing was way better than the
It is my proud pleasure to introduce the board of directors of Fursquared that are not dead right now. Guys, this gentleman has sat in the room for most of the convention. He made sure that the first thing that you saw was a pleasant experience. He got your con going. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and the only Conway. Guys, the programming, I got to see a lot of the programming that I didn't do, and then I got to do a bunch more, and I almost passed out, and you guys make me drink way too much. That being said, this guy told me I have to run more paneling next year because I didn't get drunk enough. Ladies and gentlemen, our director of programming, Nemi. He walks around a lot. He's very lumpy. I'm going to use that word this time. Guys, our director of technology, he is one of the people that keeps that website moving. He's one of the people that every time something breaks, he tells Kaze to fix it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dragor. Our director of operations, Bit, did have to... Our director of operations, Bit, was not able to join us. He needed to leave all of a sudden. He wishes that he could have been here for this, but he wanted to say thank you to everyone because of how wonderful you guys were. Operations was very smooth, so he wanted to send you guys a sincere thanks. In the back of the room, possibly, about to go catch his flight, is our artist relations manager. He drew the poster. He put in more hours for this con than probably the rest of us could do. And finally, our financial director, John, was furried out. But the one thing he said he loved to say, you know what? They're not that bad. He did have to head back to Chicago to get to work. Guys, welcome to closing ceremonies. All right, we're going to start off with some of the numbers for the fun things that you guys did. Guys, for a few of the tournaments, for the Lucky 7, and just for some general announcements. Nemi, would you please tell them how they did?
So we had only a handful of teams compete in the Lucky 7 competition for Artemis. But you guys have fun with Artemis this weekend? Yes? No? Or next year? We're going to list off a couple of the scores. We had 2 teams do fairly well here. One name has a team, one does not. But the captain looks like it was Tiku, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not sure what the ship name, but it looks like Therion Recon Task Force. And they ended up in 53 minutes destroying 53 enemies. So that is not bad at all. And then our second team did better at keeping their bases alive in 48 minutes and 49 enemies destroyed. So the best teams are looking at 1 kill per minute. That is excellent, guys. Nobody has beaten Lucky 7 yet, but we'd look to have you guys come back and try your hands next year. We want you to bring full crews and do it properly, because we're bringing it back and it's going to be even bigger again.
Which means that, just so you guys know, that this happens at other conventions. Is there any Lucky 7 winner in this room? Has anyone beat it? Which means that there's only one, the only person to ever beat Lucky 7 in the group. And I hate you because the week before he beat it, I was 1 space station away from beating it and it got blown up. I despise you.
The only other thing I'd like to say is I'd like to have our 2 Artemis volunteers stand up. They are staff this year and they gave their entire weekends, 12 hours a day, to run Artemis. This is Mitak and Rakesh. You read the programming schedule, I'm sure. Mitak is, he's the admiral here, and we've got Rakesh as the cabin boy.
That's right, shake your head.
The other thing that I'd like to say is just give a shout out to all of our panelists. I'd like to give a round of applause to everybody. That's what makes a convention happen. If we didn't have panelists, it wouldn't be a convention, it would just be a party, which is okay too, but you really make it a convention, and that's really important to us. So we look forward to having a lot of you guys back next year, and hopefully some even more fantastic panels. So thank you very much. Also, rounding out downstairs, we've got our volunteers who managed to make the video game room and the board game room run the entire weekend. I'd like to see Steele, if he's in here somewhere. No? There he is. This is a man that came to us, volunteered, and has basically run that thing completely on his own accord and done a fantastic job. We've heard great things, so keep it up. He's fantastic. And then next we have Ace, if he's in the room, there he is. I like Ace because we didn't actually have to do anything with the video games once they were set up. They all just kind of ran and he took care of it. So again, thank you very much for running that in the tournament. I didn't know what the result of was that, if you have anything to share.
We had 2 tournaments, one last night with 28 people, and Isaiah won that one, and 20 today where Fractal won today.
Fractal, there's your tournament winner for today. Fractal, Isaiah, are you in the room? Isaiah's over there. Guys, you should play each other. We did have a poker tournament. It was run by There he is. Can you, first off, thank you so much for running the poker tournament. The gentleman that should have ran it canceled on his last minute, and he really stepped up and gave me a hand. So, poker, thank you so much for running that tournament. That being said, can you tell us who won?
Ishta!
Ishta, stand up. Look at that lucky bastard. All right, we're going to turn it over at this point to operations, if he has anything to say.
Oh, that's me now?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, okay. So, yet again, we'll get to this also, but thanks to all of you, 1, for participating in the charity auction, and 2, for being exceedingly patient with me. That was insane, and you were all trying to throw your money aggressively at me. That included credit cards. I know. I also want to give a big shout out and thank you to security for helping make things go smoothly and slowly. Oh, I'm gonna pay for that. Oh boy. And for teaching me a whole lot about running cons and providing a nice, awesome environment for y'all. So, round of applause for security. Let's do that. And we also have, where's our volunteer coordinator, Jake? I can't see anything, I fogged my lenses. Jake, wave. All you volunteers say, yay! And of course, thank you to the volunteers that literally showed up and were like, what can we do for you? Blows our minds. This is hard work.
Volunteers, stand up and be recognized. All of you that gave your time. Thank you. All right, so some numbers. Registration, how did we do?
Good.
Registration, what was our number last year?
417.
All right, so you're gonna think about that number where registration thanks his staff.
Yeah, I have had a fantastic staff helping me out this weekend in the Red Room. All of you met at least a few of them, obviously. So I'd like them to stand up. TJ, Axel, Toshu, Miko. Oh, and Toshu and Axel are gone. Those of you who are here, please stand up and just give them a round of applause because they definitely...
So how'd we do?
How did we do? Good. I said you good. All right, so do you guys want actual numbers? Yeah! I have here the envelope. Right, please! So, with 204 super sponsors and sponsors, and 269 attending members, we came to a grand total of 555 attendees for Fursquared 2015.
That is year 2, guys. Year 2. We're gonna take over Wisconsin. All right.
Finest cheese.
I'm not ready for this one.
I know.
Because finance isn't here. It comes to me to deliver the numbers. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud pleasure to introduce the charity. Guys, can a representative of the charity please come up here? Guys, Hawes, a Humane Society. This is their second year with us. This is their second year with us. We had so much fun with them last year that we asked them to come back one more time. One of our board of directors actually adopted Buttercup from them.
Butterstuff?
Buttercup, I think.
Butternuts.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Buttercup.
Butterworth.
And that dog has brought a lot into his life. So guys, if you're gonna get an animal, I mean, this is the right way to go. That dog's a wonderful, wonderful dog. It's so much fun having her around the house. And, oh, no, thank you. Here we go. At the dance on Saturday night, Fur put out a picture and said people put money in it, and you guys put in $58.61. I hate you for putting in change. The poker tournament for buy-ins and rebuy-ins raised $215 for a poker tournament. MST3K, you monsters! with your torches and your evil. Oh my God. You guys, to make me drunk, paid $210. The charity Who's Line panel, a very rare panel that we only get to perform when there's certain members of our team together. Charity Who's Line raised $282.42. As a lot of you know, a number of us are from the Chicago area. We do a lot of work with the Laugh Group, and because of that, we like to cross-promote. We run the New Year's Eve party for the Laugh community. We ran the, what's the splash place with water? What is it called? Key Lime Cove. We did a Key Lime Cove outing where we collected a bit of money, and every year up here we do the Gay Pride barbecue, where afterwards a bunch of people go to our director of operations place and have a giant barbecue and get drunk and wake up on a lawn. So that got really close to this number, so Fursquared rounded it out, and that means that outside of the con, we raised $1,000 for the charity from Chicago. So guys from Chicago, all of you are here, thank you. You guys just walking around out of the kindness of your hearts into the bucket sitting on the table raised $1,176.49. And that doesn't even include what you guys just made here.
I'm gonna try. You're gonna make me try.
No, I'm actually, I made it this far. I made it pretty good.
Just warning. It's just a warning.
And then the charity auction. The charity auction, which had a single item, which went for more money than we raised last year. One item went for, what was the final cost? $2,690 for one item, which brought our auction total to $4,625. And of course, because the charity had to put up with furries all weekend, Fursquared is very happy to throw another $1,000 into this pot. For a grand total of $8,567.52.
Shelter, and we do a majority of Waukesha County, which is the county that you're in. And I can't tell you how far this money will go and how much we'll be able to do for the community and the animals that are in it. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
Yeah, I made it. Oh boy.
We missed the number.
What?
Fursuit Parade.
Fursuit Parade!
Uh-oh. Get it back in here.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear God, seriously? Yeah. The stick figure badges just added 216. How do you guys do that? The Fursuit Parade number.
Yes.
Takaza?
Yes.
I believe that you are standing outside of a door with a clicker, correct?
I was one of them, yeah.
You're one of them. And I believe I asked you, dear God, don't tell me that number, I can't deal with this right now, correct?
There was 5 people in the parade total.
Thank you, we had 5 fursuiters, guys, it was wonderful.
157.
That is almost a quarter of our convention of fursuiters. Wow. You are insane and warm. All right. Guys, there's a few more thank yous that we got to do. Guys, first off, we had an amazing, amazing Artist of Honor this year. Could the Artist of Honor, you in here? Nick Searin? Nick Searin, could you please stand up? You have been such a huge support for this con. The art that you have sent us is wonderful. It was just stupendous. Thank you for all the hard work that you put into this. Guys, the badges, the con book, sitting at a table, a majority of the auction. Guys, give Nick's here a huge round of applause. Now, for those of you who don't know, on Saturday we had to cancel some Nick Searns panels and other people took over because Nick Searns got a little sick and it wasn't because of alcohol. And you know what? That doesn't seem, no, it's not a joke. It doesn't seem right to me. You were here to celebrate being part of the furry fandom. We were here to show you off, and I don't think people had enough. Would you join us next year as a special guest?
Does that mean I have to do everything all over?
You're damn right it does. Would you be our guest next year? Guys, Nick Searns will be returning next year. Another one of our guests this year, our artist of honor from last year, Crazy Corgi. Crazy Corgi, as always, everything you do for us, thank you so much. Guys, give a round of applause for Crazy Corgi. This next part terrifies me. I'd like to bring to the stage our guest of honor. Please just say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for...
I'm gonna say thank you, but I want to make a vine, so hold on. So the way this vine is gonna work is I'm gonna go say, hey, thank you to all of my friends. I'm gonna turn like this, and then you all scream, okay? So just wait for me to do that, okay? So,
Woo! Wait.
thanks, Fursquared.
That was cool. Guys,
I did it for the vine.
guys, Fur has been an outstanding guest of honor. The amount of work that he's put into this con, the amount of time he's spent on stage, Fur, I am blown away by how much you care about this community, and you're insane. You are batshit crazy, so thank you for being here. Now, I have to go through my head because... What?
Who's the new guest?
One year?
1 year.
We knew it was coming.
That water? Nobody knows.
Did you get kale juice? Hey guys, you want to do me a favor? Okay, this is going to be a thing, isn't it? This kale thing, right? All right. Feel free to carry on the joke, but refuse to tell anyone why. Yeah, I didn't even notice this. I got a kale badge. It's from Whole Foods. So for kale from Whole Foods is $499.99. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Special kind of kale.
Okay, so now is the part where I literally blank on everything else I'm supposed to talk about except for one thing that we're saving. I know we need to announce next year's theme and next year's guest of honor. Really quick, next year's dates. So as you guys know, we're always on the last weekend in February. Well, this time around, we have to choose between two weekends. We are not right now slotted for either the last weekend in February or the first weekend in March. We're working out some things right now that will be on the site the day that we know, which should not be too long. So watch the website for information on that. That being said, we cannot confirm our artist of honor because depending on the date that we pick, the artist of honor may or may not be here. So watch the website for that. Is there any other announcements besides guest of honor and theme? Did I miss anything? I know I'm missing a staff member, and I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. Only 10 minutes. Okay, hold on. Let's get back over to programming.
The one announcement that I do have to make is the Dead Dog Dance is actually moving up to around 6 o'clock, assuming we can get everything set up in time. So Dead Dog Dance is starting at 6 instead of 8 o'clock, and it should be going as long as people are willing to actually stay and hang out. So.
And the Headless Lounge at this side of the building will be open for you guys on the second floor.
Is this the same charity honor too?
The charity, we owe, by our bylaws, we only do the same charity for a maximum of 2 years. It will be a new charity next year. However, we are going to invite them back because I want to pet the doggy again. Well, they have kittens. Everybody has kittens. All right, I think that I got anything. So I'm just going to ask right now, are there any more of my staff members out there that I haven't thrown my love at yet? Pandas. Hotel. Okay, so we're down to the last ones. So first off, do we have a representative of the hotel in here? Okay, so guys, we're going to need to make this one really loud. The amount of work that the hotel puts into working with me to make this, we do things that most people we don't need to say. Like, hey, you're going to need more vacuums. No, the person that was going to be up here actually told me she'd leave. That's fine. Yeah, she had to go. There was a person who was going to join us, but she had to leave earlier. So guys, let's give the hotel a huge round of applause that they can hear on the count of 3. 1, 2, go hotel! They really look concerned right now. Oh my God. Next year's theme. Next year's theme. Guys, we had a lot. No! Ladies and gentlemen, a representative of the hotel. She's been amazing. She has told me how wonderful you guys are, except for one of you know who. Guys, let's go Canadian for this one. Can we give them a big Canadian apology? You guys have been nothing but patient, nothing but wonderful. Everything that you guys have done has been amazing, and we can't wait to be back next year. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Have everyone take your survey that you get in your email. Give us 10s. They like to hear that.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, guys. Do not forget. There's the hotel! Ladies and gentlemen, we will not be doing KaleCon next year.
Impromptu board meeting and vote.
In Kale we trust! No Kale!
Allosaurus Rex!
Alright, that's a little overkill!
All right, guys. We've come up with a compromise.
No!
Stop. So give me a moment here. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm incredibly tempted to make the whole theme that, but you have to understand, there's not too much we can do with it, and I'll be honest with you, guys, there's 555 of you here this year. I want 1,000 people here next year. And if I have 1,000 people here, that's 400 plus people that wouldn't get the joke. So instead, the dance Saturday night will be the official Kale Ball. Okay, did somebody just create a kale factoid Twitter? Guys, we will have the Kale Ball Saturday night. We will crown a king and queen of kale. There will be kale-style prizes. And of course, since Fur will be there, right? Oh, hell yeah. He will choose the official kale fail of the convention. So we will do that for you because you're insane. That being said, guys, our theme for next year, Furry Whodunit. Guys, does anyone remember their childhood and playing the game Clue? There will be a con-wide game of Clue. Now, we're not going to announce the prize, but there will be a winner because one person is going to figure it out first. By attending panels, by watching the Twitter accounts, by figuring out who has the cards. This will be 100% legitimate. You will all be there for when the cards are picked. No one except for one person will know the answer. And the winner is going to get a prize that we have talked about. And when we said it, the entire board of directors went silent and knew that that was the only thing to give. Be there next, not fucking caring. Be there next year, guys. Next year's con theme, Furry Whodunit with a con-wide game of Clue. And of course, I'm not going to be a jackass. Pandez, would you come up here? He's not even staff. Guys, Pandez has come out to be a special guest with us for 2 years running now. Pandez has been a special guest at countless Furcons. He is and the creator of Furnigma.
It was amazing last year. It was.
No one gets this.
That's the point.
Guys, I didn't talk to him beforehand.
What did you do?
Pandez, would you like to be a guest of honor?
Hey.
Guys, you've seen what this gentleman does. A lot of you have seen him at other cons, and you know what? He has never been a guest of honor. And quite frankly, what he does for the fandom is impressive, amazing, and stupendous. Pandez, would you be our guest of honor in 2016?
Yes.
Our guest of honor!
Pandez. Pandez, as the current guest of honor, I would like to bestow upon you the crown of Kale.
Wow. Guys, let's finish this up. Guys, first off, thank you for being here. We run this convention because we want to help the charity, because we want to help the community. We run this convention because, quite frankly, we are furries, and this is what we do. I can't explain it, and I never will, but this is what we do. You guys come out here, you guys party, we go crazy, and then we go to bed. Guys, we love all of you. You have all been amazing. Thank you to everyone who put their time and effort and energy into this convention. For reality, we could not have done all this without you. You guys have helped us so much throughout this. IFC, we've been working together very closely to make this happen. MFF, you guys, well, I forgot, we're your subsidiary apparently. Guys, there are board members from across the country here, and they came out not because anyone asked them to, not because they were obligated, but because we are furries. This is what we do. Guys, thank you.
So this con has been absolutely amazing, and I think we also have to give a hand to the guy who started this, the big guy in charge. Please give a hand for Alkali. Greatest friends in this fandom, whose organization and just leadership of this convention is amazing. The King of Kale. So now, since closing ceremonies is over, he needs to wash that down. So now, since closing ceremonies is officially over, Alkali is going to go step down to the back of the room behind those chairs, and we're all going to give him a big group hug. Yeah! And that... All right, Alkali, prepare your hug. Go give him one, guys.
I just cleaned up the crowd for the rest of the work.